Ultimately, only one way to financial peace, and that's to walk daily with the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus.
This is James Child, producer of The Ramsey Show.
Okay,
Did you know The Ramsey Show is one of the most popular podcasts in the world? Subscribe or follow today wherever you listen to podcasts.
Ramsey Show over. Aftershow beginning. And Ramsey Show after show beginning. Lucy, you pretended like you were interacting with Sad Gamer the whole time. And even disagreeing and saying that he was funny, etc., etc. And then you acted like, and then people started talking about blocking him because they got tired of his crap. And then you acted like you didn't know about, oh, somebody's just disagreeing, you shouldn't block. So, I mean, that's ridiculous. And while we wait for people to come over and get in the chat, I have a couple more things to type into the chat, my links. Let's see, what's that email? Anything except dumb trolling. Don't email me about that. Okay. gmail.com, and that's right there, as you can see. Do not qualify for YouTube payment via Super Chat or for watch time or whatever. What up, Michael Finn? HD Money. PayPal.me. /HC Money. Okay. All right. So that's it. Yeah, I don't know, Michael Finn. I don't know. I would get rid of them. For a while, they've been through phases where they would have like almost a zero tolerance policy. Yes, that gamer was a troll, Lucy. Why were you saying you thought he was funny then? I mean, if you enjoy that kind of stuff, I mean, that's fine. But then why, I don't understand you then. I don't understand you then. Why, if you know it was trolling, but you think that's funny, I mean, that's fine. If you enjoy trolls, that's fine. I would think most people don't, but I don't know. I don't like it. What up, Matt? Happy New Year to you too, sir. The problem, Lucy, is you focus on them. I think the mic's a little bit too. Oh, I need to turn off the fan again. I think the mic is a little bit too loud. I need to turn the gain down a little bit. Sorry for the issues. I have to host and engineer too. Okay, that should do it. But yeah, almost all of the people that disagree, eventually it seems like they get tired of being disagreed from. They're surprised that they're on the Ramsey Show chat and the people in the Ramsey Show chat would not agree with them. That seems to be the main troll thing is I don't know if it's from insecurity or what, or because they're younger people generally, but they seem to have a thing with people agreeing with them. And when people don't agree with them, they don't react kindly to it, and then that's when they start the trolling. So yeah, Lucy, you can type whatever you want that the mod lets you type. I'm just explaining to you how you obviously don't see what everybody's talking about when they're explaining it to you. What up, Sid? I'm gonna turn the fan off. Be right back. Alrighty, let's get going here. Let's see if I can get on the right. There we go. That's the right one. Let's do some singing instead of talking about trolling. How about that? That's always much more fun. Listen for the drum taps. Like all plans, it starts with step one. $1,000 emergency fund. Step two, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step three is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. Stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, that's why I go, and why I coach this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, then you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go, let's gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home and not invest that money. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. Looking at you, Lucy. Now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps are rated. That's why I coach, that's why I coach, why I coach this shoot to shoot. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Hope you take it home. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, brought to you by Tina Scher, the Queen of Sheba. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money, certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is at the top of the chat and in the video description. You can email me about anything, anything, at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can reach me on Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Thanks for the IO, Judy Pine. Appreciate it. Yeah, I messed up on the song there, but yeah, what I was talking about in the with the paying off the home And not investing the money, of course, I meant not paying the home off early instead of paying it off on time and investing the difference, because the stock market is making more than the interest you're paying on your house. And so Dave's reverse logic on that is, then why don't you take out a home equity loan, as much as they'll give you, and then invest that? Why don't you take out as many loans as you can and invest that then, if it's the revert. But the problem is, when the amount of money gets way up there, and you're like, oh, it's not just me not paying off the house sooner, it's because it's millions of dollars that I'm on the hook for. If you're worried about that risk, you should also be worried about the other risk. And also because all of the foreclosures happen on homes with a mortgage. If you don't have a mortgage on it, it won't be foreclosed on. And then all the money that you were making on the house payment, then you can invest it after it's paid off. Alrighty. Today's Ramsey Show hosts on an all-new show in the year of our Lord 2022 were, once again, same as yesterday, we're Dave Ramsey, author of The Total Money Makeover, and the new book that's coming out on January 11th called Baby Steps Millionaire. And there is a free live stream, Building Wealth in 2022, and it's hosted by Dave Ramsey. And that's January 13th, 7 p.m. Central Time, which is 8 p.m. real time, Eastern Time. That's the only one that counts. And Dave's book comes out the 11th. George Camel's Debt-Free Scream, supposedly, according to Tina Scher, said he said it, and she went back and looked at the replay and said he said it was going to be January 12th. So Wednesday, January 12th. I don't know if he's also hosting that day. Don't know. But his Debt-Free Scream is supposed to be that day. And then the 13th is the live stream. Alrighty. And on that live stream, of course, Rachel Cruz, Dave's daughter, and George Camel. All three of those guys doing that stream. And I'm just going to guess. I think the baby steps might be involved in it. I think mutual funds might be involved in it. Just a guess. I'm sorry for any spoilers. But, yeah. So the co-host, of course, was George Camel. And I do have a song for that. And let's do the whole thing. I'll have to repeat this quarter verse that I have. So it might get repetitious for a second. Sorry about that. Somebody feel free to write more lyrics. This is rap, basically, this part. Now, George hosts 3 podcasts. They don't cost a cent. Borrow, Future, Entree, Leadership, and the Fine Print. George hosts 3 podcasts. They don't cost a cent. Borrow, Future, Entree, Leadership, and the Fine Print. George hosts 3 podcasts. They don't cost a cent, yo. Borrow, Future, Entree, Leadership, and the Fine Print. George hosts 3 podcasts. They don't cost a cent. Borrow, Future, Entree, Leadership, and the Fine Print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears ASOS and Deloney wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Pay this house out. That's baby step 7, y'all. Alrighty, that's all I got for that one. So somebody feel free to finish that one, and you can even sing it if you want. Otherwise, I will sing it, but or it'll just stay this quarter verse and the chorus. Alrighty. Today is episode number 187, by the way. I normally say that at the outset, but I did not today because I was busy talking to Lucy about trolling. Market report, and we have it being mixed today. It's been a while since normally it's has been either all up or all down recently, but as you can see, the most down, of course, is the Nasdaq, 1.33%, which means this fella will not be winning fantasy mutual funds tomorrow. Probably, maybe Troy Story, whoever's got the most in. If they have a good small cap one or a good total market fund, will probably be the victor tomorrow, and that could be Kelly. We'll have to see on that. But yeah, Nasdaq came way down today. Let's see what it has to say. If there's any analysis of it from Yahoo News. Let's see. Dow notches another record close, right? As S&P 500, Nasdaq lose steam. Tech stocks faltered. That's what's in the Nasdaq. So yes. Manufacturing slowed in December. Okay. There's some of that. And then whenever it's down. Whenever it's up, nobody's worried about the Omicron variant. You don't get any articles about saying people are worried about that when the market's up, only when it's down. So, and this changes from one day to the next. So, I don't know that there's necessarily any more worry about it from one day to the other. There's no. It doesn't say anything about futures. So, in the after-hours trading. Doesn't say anything about that. Let's see. Delta Airlines reporting on the 13th earnings. That's the earnings calendar. Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup. We got banks and financials here. Charles Schwab as well. I don't know what BlackRock is. As you can see, there's your all down NASDAQ. Including Tesla doing its normal thing where it's either up or either down, but it's normally over 3%. Either way, normally. Let's see, and that, of course, is the most down. Beyond that, Microsoft, the most down, 1.71%. What up, Matty Bags? Oh... Let's see. Check the rest of the planet out. See how they're doing. Everything up in Europe. Mostly up in Asia. So perhaps that bodes well for tomorrow. The currencies, the US dollar above the euro, above the Japanese yen, but the British pound, love. Up on the US dollar. Getting some fish and chips. The Canadian dollar, all over the US dollar. It's about time that happened. And the Australian dollar, mate, kicking some US dollar butt at the moment. And yes, do I only do this segment so I can do the accents? Yes. Check our pals in crypto. Looks like mostly down. Bitcoin keeps dropping. Well, I can't say that because it's not static between one day to the rest because it keeps going. 24 hours. Let's see. I mean, year to date. Oh well, year to date doesn't because it's only 4 days in the year. But the 1 year is still up on 1 year. It's still up for 6 months either. But the 1 month, as you can see, very wavy here. Looks like that mountain in Close Encounters, right there. Of course, in 5 year is obviously way up. So, you know, I mean, if you took a gamble on it right here, you know, even right here, if you took a gamble on it back then, you'd have to wait a while. But then all of a sudden, people were ready for the crypto in the 2021, and it said, All right, and so we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be a lot of regulation coming in, at least from the United States. I would imagine England and a bunch of other countries would want to get their share of the cryptocurrency trading as well. And so a lot more regulation coming in. And when regulation comes in, it wouldn't be surprising if it just goes and chills out a lot. Oh, let's see. This also from Yahoo News. Okay, we looked at that already. My bad. This from CNBC. Stocks making the biggest moves today. Ford, Bank of America, Occidental. And does that mean up or down? That means down. All of them are down. Making the biggest move down. So I was hoping that there would be something going up today. Financial stocks rallied as the benchmark 10-year Treasury yield climbed. Yeah, generally the bonds would be up. Generally, when most of the market is down, but the Dow was fine today for a new high. S&P and Nasdaq not so much. Small cap was up. This is from the New York Post, nypost.com. A customer tips with a gift card, sparking outrage. I need bills paid. I assume that comes from the person. Let's see. He asked if he could tip with Amazon gift card. He asked, okay. And oh, is that all that's in the video? Okay. All right. Well, fine. Make me read. Gift cards don't pay the bills. Maybe not, but you could buy something that you had to buy. You could buy that from Amazon instead and then put that cash toward the bills. TikTok users gone viral for showing a customer paying a tip, not with cash, but with a $25 Amazon gift card. Clip was posted by waitress with caption "Holidays left us #broke." Customer's bill was $95.25, but when it came time to tally up the gratuity, after tip with the Amazon gift card. You know what he could have done? He could have not tipped anything. Tipping is not a law. It's not required. Let's see. Some commenters commented the patron's generosity, saying $25 tip is actually quite a bit more than a 20% tip of $17.19. True. And yeah, I mean, it all depends on how you want to look at it. I mean, yes, it's an extra step for you to use that $25 gift card to buy something on Amazon that you needed to buy anyway. And they definitely have stuff that you would need to buy anyway, eventually. And then you take that cash and pay your bills with. I mean, that's an extra step for you. But would you rather get nothing? Yeah, that's actually really generous. So people divided probably, but probably most people, I think most people usually hop on board and are outraged by it, just because it's fun to join the outrage party. Another instance that has left viewers puzzled is the act of tip baiting. An Oregon truck driver slammed the practice that lets not so nice customers promise a large tip to delivery drivers on online apps. However, they reduce that gratuity amount once their food has been dropped off at the desired location. Oh, that's not being honest. Uber driver Owen Lindstrom posted a video on TikTok to shade the stingy peeps. In food delivery apps, the customer has the ability to increase or reduce the tips after drop-off. Well, yeah. Explaining the tip baiting is when a customer offers a large tip to get their food faster and then take it away at the end. Well, it's good to protect the customer, exactly, from having bad service. That's exactly right. By holding the tip over your head, it leaves a big opportunity to screw over the driver. And that's true. That's just going to be part of the delivery process there, because you may not get any tip. at any time in any tip profession. Hope that hasn't happened to Maddie Bags, though, at the Domino's. Let's see. This from TheVerge.com. Check this out. A software update is giving Whirlpool smart ovens an air fry mode. Isn't that fun? So you already have this item. And then software, just based on the way it works and the technology that's already built into it, just changing the software can make it have an air fry mode. So that's fun. Let's see. The company says that you'll even be able to buy an air fry basket to put in your oven starting in early 2022. And it seems like more features are in the works. As press release says that its smart appliances are getting enhanced connected upgrades over time, referring to the air fry mode as the beginning. Boom, 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 boom. Where was it that said? Oh, here it is. Yeah. The ovens are also getting the ability to connect with Whirlpool's Yumly Smart Thermometer, which will let you start preheating the oven from some of the app's recipes. So if you have the app and you're on a recipe and it's a step, preheat the oven, you can click that button and you don't even have to go to the oven to start preheating it. Isn't that is crazy. Crazy technology. If you had told me about that when I was a kid, I would have thought you were out of your mind. CNN Business from CNN.com here. The stock market sure is acting strangely. Let's see what they mean. Wall Street's having a topsy-turvy moment. Long-term treasury yields have shot up dramatically, and investors in stocks are cheering the bond market's big move. That doesn't happen often, so what gives? Rising rates are supposed to be a bad time for stocks. In theory, higher yields for the 10-year U.S. Treasury should make it more expensive to get mortgages and other types of consumer and business loans. Spiking bond yields are also often associated with higher inflation, a big problem for consumers lately. And they are rising now amid concerns that the Federal Reserve will jack up short-term interest rates to keep surging prices in check. That's also not a welcome sign for stocks. Granted, rates are still historically low, with the 10-year currently yielding about 1.69%. That's a reason why Peter Wilson, global fixed income strategist with the Wells Fargo Investment Institute, recently called the relationship between yields and high inflation an odd couple. But look how far and how quickly rates have risen in a short period of time. The 10-year yield is up from 1.51%. Last Friday was a mere 0.92% at the end of 2020. That means bond yields have shot up more than 10% in just a few days and 80% in a little more than a year. And of course, those upgrades are not when you're talking about a low percentage, such as 1.51%, it's easier to get a higher percentage of growth than it is if you start with a high starting number, like, in the 10%, and then, then it wouldn't be that much higher. But the percentage is a lot higher when you start with a very low percentage. Appears that investors don't expect bond yields to climb much higher from current levels, though. Even if the Fed raises short-term rates several times this year, they are planning 3 rate hikes that could fuel further gains in the stock market. Alrighty. And lastly, we have, which I have to, let's see, green light the ad block plus, so I don't have to see ads, but we'll allow it for this one page, not the whole website, but this one page. And so this one page I will never look at this one page again, so it won't affect me. Today's mortgage rates surge. Buyers should act ahead of further increases. All right, it just came down yesterday for 30-year. So it just came down to that yesterday, and now it went up 0.25%. Yeah, so they are all up today, and I'll have to see what that means for over the past year. It's been rare for all 4 key mortgage interest rates to rise in tandem. That means all of them at the same time. And that's what happened. Alrighty, let's see what else. Slow news day today. Let's see if I missed anything on the Google Finance page. The Google knows everything. Google will pay top execs $1 million each after declining to boost workers' pay. You know, if you don't pay the workers, then you got extra money to pay the execs. Verizon's new 5G Get More Unlimited plan won't cap premium data. I assume that's no cap on that. We did that one. Trimming two portfolio stocks, locking in some profits. No, it'd just be looking at like two stocks. They are scam likely. COVID rapid test prices are going up. They're already not cheap to buy your home ones. We tried that one. That one wasn't fun. Chip makers tout advances at the Consumer Electronics Show 2022. AMD stock, that still went down though. Bank of America, yeah, the bank's going up. All right, I guess that's it. Let's see, what time is it? 6:40. Let's do one. Why don't we do one? Reddit question. So we go to reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey. And let's see, let's sort by new. Let's see, question about company pension. Hi all, I'm new to Dave Ramsey and the baby steps. I've started my budget, etc. But I had a question about the 15% savings. So I get a final salary pension for which I contribute 13.4%. Basically, it's the best 5-year average salary. Multiply years of service by 2%. I work for the government, so I was backed by them. How do I consider this in my calculation? Do I still make 15% or not? No, if you're contributing 13.4% of your money, you add 1.6%, and you put that in a Roth IRA then. That was a quick one. Let's see, moving 1 hour away. Should I sell a current home and keep it as a rental? This question comes up a lot, and unless you want to be a landlord, which is going to have some hassles. The worst hassle would be paying, especially long distance. 1 hour away isn't that bad, but if you were like moving away further than that, one hassle could be paying someone else to manage it for you. And that's a hassle because that eats into your profits. And a lot of people immediately jump to that where, oh, we're going to get another house, but we'll just keep this one as a rental. And they don't realize what a pain in the buttocks it is. So you got to be a certain type of person to be able to deal with that. Anybody considering this or even buying a home in general needs to talk to Thomas Morrison in the Ramsey Show chat, because he has a bunch of rentals and he will tell you everything that can go wrong in any of them. He will do that, and he will, at least, maybe not, he's not trying to talk you out of it. He said today, even on there, he said, I'm not trying to talk people out of it. I just want them to be aware that it's not as easy as you think it's going to be. People are already saying, on this rental, if I get this rental will pay my mortgage over here. Not if something goes wrong, it won't. So, but people never think about that. Because I've said before, I need to make, I think I saw a picture before of let's see if I can see if it will come up. Images. This is the best part of the show, by the way. Steve Google stuff. What am I looking for? Risk button on calculator. Sometimes it's best if you just put what you're looking for. There you go. See, where is it? Yeah, see something like that where you have your risk there. So when you're figuring out, oh, here's all my math, here's this, here's that, here's that, here's all my, oh, this, oh, if I don't pay off the house early and I invest that money instead, I'll make this kind of return. But again, there's no risk button that you can push for that adds that in for you. You have to have that up here. So I'm sure I saw one before that like had one on there. Yeah, see something like that. That's on a computer keyboard though. Yeah. All right. Well, it was worth a shot. So I mean that's basically for that. I don't even need to read their little things that they think. See, they start giving you the numbers and what they make, etc., which doesn't really have as much to do with it as everything I talked about just then. All right. Oh, fun. Yeah, this often comes up. So everybody, every so often, will put in the Ramsey chat that they still have a mortgage. They're not debt free. Why are they screaming? Yeah. And so when they're doing the debt free scream, does being debt free minus their mortgage qualify for that? And the person is new, so it's a silly question. But yes, they let you do debt free screams for paying off everything other than the mortgage. And if you paid off the mortgage, you also qualify, obviously, for being completely debt-free, house, and everything. Sorry about that. All right. And the reason the mortgage, again, gets a break, that's the only thing that Dave will let you take out a loan on. And that is, if you still have a mortgage, you still get to do a debt-free scream if everything else is paid off. And the reason for that is 99.9% of the time, the house is going up in value. So if you sold it, it would be a profit over what you paid for it. All right. Oh, I clicked on it. So that's the whole thread for that. Let's see. Let's do one more. And then we'll get to the plugs, which include father-daughter video gaming tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Bella and I will continue playing Trine. I almost said Tron. That's not a co-op game. Let's see. Almost debt-free. 31, male, single, living with parents and sister. Oh, interesting. In the Washington, D.C. metro area. That's in Tommy Morrison country, speaking of him. My total income before taxes, $105K a year. Making those DMV bags there. Pay about $700 per month in rent to parents to save money. That's definitely saving money. I mean, if you can handle it. You can handle it being a way grown adult and live with your parents and plus help them out with their expenses by paying rent. That only debt is $7,500 of student loans, making $105,000 a year. $105,000 a year. You ought to be able to knock out $7,500 of student loans in no time. Let's see. Recently sold car market. If you again, what are you paying? What is he paying for? If he's living with parents, he's got to have a crazy lifestyle. He's paying $700 a month in rent. What else is he buying for? Got rid of the $10K car loan. Okay, great. Received $10K from the value of the car. Oh, put most of the car sale money down onto the student loans, and now it's $7,500. Okay, I have my question is, I have the money to get rid of all the student loan debt, but will only be left about $500 in checking. Would y'all pay this right away or take advantage of the interest rate freeze and pay off? You never worry about interest on Ramsey stuff. Anything Ramsey, interest does not come into it. Okay, aggressively saving for a new car and paying cash. Okay, so normally you would want to save $1,000 I mean, if you're living with your parents and be okay there, if you can definitely live there another month, even you should be fine. Or you can pay it. You can keep $1,000 in your emergency fund, and pay off all but that little bit, and then you just take care of that on your next check. I am going to, let's see, 105,000. Whoops. Calculator. You guys can't see this because you're only looking at my browser. 105,000 divided by 12 equals $8,750 a month. Even if you take out taxes, what? $7,000 in. So you got $7,000 minus the $700 rent. Minus other expenses. For a whole month in food, for even if you're buying everything for yourself and not sponging off on your parents for anything, even if you're paying for every single bit of food. 300, that would even include going out some, but not a lot. So, yeah, so that equals $6,000. So what are you doing with all that? So, let's see. Oh, 42 comments on that. Wow. Everybody has opinions on there, and since it's Reddit, you're more likely to get smart ass answers and immediate people being offended by everything people are doing, etc., etc. So yeah, so I don't understand. Oh, parent has a disability. See, it comes out, more stuff comes out later. A lot of times when people do post things about it, the original poster can provide more information, which is kind of the same thing like when Dave talks to somebody on the phone, they say their question and then Dave asks for more information if he needs it. But yeah, so that you make so much money. You could just I would probably, just to stay on the safe side, and that way you should only have, either way you do it, you should have the student loans for at most one more month, and then you'd be able to pay them off. So either that, or if you should have $6,000 extra by not having house expenses other than $700. So yeah, you should be good to go there. So alrighty. Well, that was fun. And again, that's, if you'd like to peruse that, that's go into it realizing that it is Reddit though. So that's r/Dave Ramsey. It's not run by Ramsey Solutions, run by fans. Basically, it's if you're following Dave Ramsey's baby steps or just want to gain a better understanding of the total money makeover, financial peace, and fertile personal finance in general, then this community is for you. They have the golden rule. Don't be nice. Be nice to each other is what they have as a rule there. So, but they do allow people to put whatever disagreements, whatever comments they want to make about Dave personally, etc., on there. So, which normally I just ignore all those. Alrighty, so upcoming streams, as I said, tonight, Tuesday night, which there would be no extra stream after the Ramsey show, show. We have father-daughter video gaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and that is in a little bit more than an hour from now. So Bella and I will be playing. That'll be so fun to do with her again after a long hiatus. She's a very busy girl. Young lady. Right, Sid? She's a young lady. She's 25. She's up there. She's not, 10 anymore. So, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time is this show, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I do alternating tech support and Ramsey coach support, and both of those work just like I showed you on the Reddit. I either do Ramsey coach support or I alternate them back and forth on every single Monday. So I just did tech support last Monday, so this coming Monday I'll do Ramsey coach support, and it works just like you just saw. Wednesday is no set time. The Curse of Oak Island recap. I have to watch the show and write the script, get the pictures from the show, and record that recap. That's a pre-recorded thing. And I have 2 of those to do tomorrow, because not only is there a new Curse of Oak Island main show tonight, there's also the Curse of Oak Island Drilling Down, which is the companion show to it. And actually the companion show comes on before the main show, so it will the companion show probably doesn't it might like lightly preview something that's coming up later, but otherwise it'll be all recap for other stuff, unless it's lightly previewing some of the stuff that's coming up on tonight's main show episode or later in the season. So I have 2 of those to do for tomorrow, and so I would imagine that might take a little while, in addition to my regular job. So that will probably be tomorrow night when both of those would be uploaded. And Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Old Man Video Gaming. And I do hope to have those both up by 8 p.m. when Old Man Video Gaming starts. Alrighty. And plugs, schedule-free financial coaching consultation / assessment at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. This link right here on my YouTube banner will take you there. PayPal, paypal.me/Coach Steve Money, right there if you'd like to make donations, because not going to get any cashish from YouTube until that says 1,000 right there. Let's just see if we got an extra one. Okay, well we didn't get an extra one, but we didn't lose any. Lucy didn't unsubscribe, fortunately, even after being dressed down by me. Hopefully he doesn't take it any more personally than I do, so hopefully. And Instagram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces in that. And we end it by saying, make smart financial decisions every day.